Welcome back, family, friends, and fans. It is Karma Lately. Hope you guys are well. I hope you also had a beautiful Thanksgiving holiday. I know that we did. We went away for the weekend. So good Black Friday. We went away from Friday to Sunday. We saw a concert. We had a great time. We came back and I wanted to say hello to you guys and give you a little treat. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but for your paper crafts, a lot of people use distress ink. Now, I have the small ones here because my daughters actually got it for me as a gift, and it came with like 3 little stamp pads and this little water mister and instructions and the whole 9. And I thought that was so sweet. I was so grateful. So, and they actually lasted me a long time because look at these little compact little mini stamps, and they lasted me. I had them a little before summer and they lasted me up until now. I mean, I still have some juice on them too. So I may want to revive them, but I'm working on a project and I need to do a lot of distressing, and I'm going to need some more distress ink. So with times being a little tight and distress ink being a little expensive, Christmas is right around the corner. Hint, hint, for anybody that wants to get me a gift, some distress ink would be nice. No, I'm just kidding. So here's the situation, guys. I am going to show you guys how I think would be a great idea, what I think would be a great idea to make some distress ink. And I want to see what surface I could use. I kind of just want things to be a little more pick up and go kind of today. So this is going to be our main surface. I'm going to push it off to the side a little bit just so that you can see all the stuff that I'm using as well. And so this is what we're going to use to create our color mixtures. Okay. All right. Okay, so this is the surface that I'm going to use. This is like a baby wipe friendly surface, but I don't want to do that at the moment. Okay, but I have my baby wipes just in case. So we have these distress inks. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this one. We can take out. So the walnut, the walnut and the vintage photo. These are very famous distress ink types. I got some cards here. We're going to test out. What else do we have? Now, I usually mix my colors, but for this video, I'm going to use these little tiny acrylic bottles. And it already has orange with black. If you saw my recent video about mixing colors, we were trying to make brown. So the black and the orange are going to make a sweet brown. And let's see what else. I've got my mister. And now this is where it gets fun. So every person who distresses at one point had to have some sort of stamp pad. Now this is a homemade stamp pad. This is the pad that the Tim Holtz distress ink kit came with. And what I did was I hot glued it to this wine cork. Now, if we want to talk wine corks, and I promise you, these are not mine. Although I do love wine. But I have a friend who was like, hey, I know you use different things for your art. I'm sure you could find some sort of use for these. I've been collecting them over time, and I was like, huh, thank you so much. So I liked the shape of this. It was very like, it feels very like comfortable for a pad, like just having this part being like so wide and then having this little handle here and then having this like rounded. I love that. So I have one more of that. I have that one. Let's see if I have another. It doesn't really matter. They're not going to all be the same. So I'm just going to take out a couple of different ones. And let's see. Just trying to see all the different ones I might have. They're pretty much all about the same. So I'm going to do it again and show you guys exactly how I did it. All right. So we're going to start with this one. And then, so here we have this material, right? I was thinking, you know, guys, I love to create my own thing. I was thinking, so this is an eraser that I saved because I was like, ooh, this looks like it's going to make for some good stamp pads. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to slice off a chunk of this and hot glue it onto one of these. So we've got that. So we've got an eraser. This is one of my rags, but I want to focus on this part here. This is like my painting rag or whatever. I throw it in the laundry with the rest of my like painting stuff after some time. But for now, it just has like dried up paint. Who cares? So this part is clean. So look at how interesting this texture is back here. So I'm trying to create some stamp pads that have texture. I'd like to use one with this side, and then I'd also like to use one with this side and see what happens. So we've got this rag. Let's see if I can fold it. Okay. We've got that rag. We've also got this like netted material kind of thing. I really don't know what this is called. I know it's some sort of mat that rolls out that you can use in your kitchen for like drying dishes or like, you know, on your counter or whatever. Look at that texture. So this is going to be a really great texture to try. You know, I always have to include my canvas. Canvas is something that I use all the time. And then, lordy, lordy, lordy. Let's start with that. Oh, wait. There was one more. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here it is. And I want to use this jersey cotton. So I think that's going to be fun. So I'm going to show you guys how I do it. And the first one might be a little tricky because I have to slice and dice that. I have to slice and dice this eraser. So let's see. Put this off to the side. We're going to work with this. And let's see. So I guess I can mark it. Maybe make it a little wider than. It's not going to be a perfect circle, guys, because I'm trying to make it a little wider. So I'm not like letting the cork be my guide. I'm kind of eyeballing it. All right, cool. So that's cool. Now, and by the way, I've never done this. As you can see, it's a brand new eraser. I saved it for this very moment, and so this is happening. I have this eraser already almost a year now, waiting for this moment. And honestly, I was plotting this before my daughters bought me this little cute distress kit, because I'm online, I'm looking at distressing, and I'm like, everybody's got a distress kit but me. So that's why my daughter was like, Mom. So she got me, my girls, they both plotted, and we were at Michael's and they got me my distress kit. But this is the thing, you know, not everybody has it. And so today's video is for that. You're not always going to have it. Sometimes we're on a budget. Sometimes we don't have time to stop at Michael's. Sometimes we're working on a project that's got a deadline for like right now, you know? And so I am working on a project that I'd like to finish ASAP. And you know me, I do enjoy challenging myself to making things a little easier, cheaper, and inventive. But most importantly, I just love the idea of recycling our art. So this is not working in that sense. I'm gonna see if I can bring in the big guns here. Let's see. It's almost self-healing. All right, cool. So now I'm gonna measure this. Let's see. This is the flattest one, and this is the rounded one. Let's see, which one do I want? I think I want the flattest one for this one. And it's nice and fat. I think I like it like that. It's fine. Let me see how that feels. Ooh, maybe too fat isn't good, because then it's gonna be too floppy. So and this is just me. This is just something I've been kind of like thinking about, and I want to actually make a distress ink kit for us, you know? It's kind of fat, but that's okay. We thinned it down a bit. Okay, so now all I'm gonna do, take my hot glue gun on the flat side of the cork. I'm gonna put enough glue that I will feel comfortable that it's never gonna come off. Make sure it's placed exactly what I want before I press it down. And now you have an ink pad stamper. So that's one. Then, okay, we're going to try, let's try this jersey fabric. Technically, I'm supposed to be using my fabric scissors, but these are my like whatever scissors, so it works out just fine. And I just can't have like all this stuff here. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna cut out, let's see. So I folded it in half. Now this kind of fabric, it's gonna be somewhat absorbent. It's also stretchy. I like how smooth and soft it feels, and I'm just curious to see what it's gonna do in this kind of setting. So I'm gonna make it this thick. And I'm gonna put it on the rounded side here for this one. Please don't tell me that I'm running out of hot glue. Jesus. Thank God I have everything where it belongs, because if not, you don't want this glue to dry. Okay. I'm gonna press down. And then instead of like unfolding this part here and gluing in here, I actually don't want glue here. I want this all to be fabric. So I'm just gonna go ahead and glue the edges. So I'm curious to see what kind of imprint or what kind of marking it will do. I've never stamped with this kind of surface. So far we have a sponge and we have the jersey knit cotton. Now we're going to go for my favorite. So for my favorite, I'm going to use my favorite cork. And my favorite is the canvas. How much canvas should I be using? So this is cool. I'm curious to see how this one turns out as well. Because you see the canvas lines. Let me give you a close-up of all of them so far. See, these lines are a lot more abrasive than these soft lines. And then you have the stamp, which is super soft. All right, we are at 3. So I'm excited. Oh my God, I cannot wait to try these. Then this one. All right, cool. We have this one. And then this one I'm excited about because it has that backing that I'm talking about. Cool. Here's another one. And let's see. All right. Yay. Okay, so now let's look at everything that we have. I want to centralize them for you. So these are them. We have the towel. We have the back of the towel, which has those like that netted thing. Then we have this like plasticky kind of, it's going to make for a really nice effect. Then we have another sponge. We have some canvas and we have the jersey cotton. So I now have 8 different stamp pads that I can use. And I did it with corkscrews. Wine corks. And I'm really excited about that because I haven't seen this before. And I feel like this would be a good video to like, share, comment, and maybe even influence you to subscribe to my channel, since I am going to be doing more and more videos like this. So I just wanted to show you guys that. Now we're going to go right into, we're going to put these off to the side, and we're going to go right into creating the color that we want. So we're going to take a little bit of the orange. And we're going to take a drop of the black. I kind of smeared it. Ooh, looks like a lot of black. I'm gonna put a little more orange there, just in case. Okay, and going to mix and mix and mix and mix and mix. All right. We do have a nice brown here. I just want to mix in all of the orange so it doesn't get lost. You have to properly mix it so you're not seeing any more orange. Okay, so now who's the first? I'm very curious to try. I'm so curious to see what the jersey cotton is going to do. I've never done this before. So I guess I'm gonna take a little bit. Let's see. Ooh! Oh my god! Beautiful! Ah, it's like smoky. Oh, I love that. So that's the jersey cotton. Wow, wow, on the wow side. Look at that distressing. Why didn't I think of this sooner? Am I even gonna get a distressing pad now? Like, I just might not. I'm going to try it one more time because it's just like, I'm going to try it a little more wet. Look at this. Oh. And if it's too wet, just blot it. Oh my God. I am in love with this. I'm in love with it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So that's amazing. So we've got that one. What are we going to try? We already know, well, I already know how this one comes out, but I'll show it to you guys. This is the original one that I usually use. And it's got the Tim Holtz pad. And you see, I mean, he knows what he's doing with his sponges. Look at that. It's beautiful. So that's the Tim Holtz. Now, this is my wine cork with Tim Holtz little pad there. So the Tim Holtz, how do you spell Holtz? Oh, Holtz pad. That's super, super cute. Then terracotta. Let's see how the towel comes out. All right. Oh, I see. So it kind of like gives that like very sparse, spaced look. I love that. That's the terracotta. That's like the towel one. Okay, who's up next? Oh, canvas. Yes, let's see. What do you got for my canvas over here? I have a feeling I should put a little more than the others. Ah, hold on. So the canvas, well, being that it's canvas, it's going to absorb the paint. It's going to be the most superior materials that's going to absorb the paint. So it does it very sparsely because it's mostly absorbing it in here. So this, as much as I love it, I'm afraid I'm more concerned for this one than for the actual towel. I thought it would have been the reverse, but I didn't think it through. So the canvas is going to absorb. Still a nice effect. I can use it in emergencies, but I don't want to waste the ink in that way. Very beautiful effect though. Canvas. Now, who's up next? Wait, why did I think I had 8? 1, 2, 3, 4. I only have 7. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Counting is important. It's yeah. This is the eraser that we made. It looks like that, but it won't. It doesn't pull out. So, all right. I'm excited to see. Ooh, ooh, and it applies so like it's gooey. Like it's, I don't even know how to explain it. Like I can do so many little different, it gives me time to do different techniques with this. And a little seems to go a really long way. Ah, I'm in love. I am so in love with my pads right now. My stamp pads. So this is the eraser. Oh my God. Who's up next? Okay, this is the reverse side of the towel. I'm curious to see this one. Now let's just see if it works making the effect. Oh. Oh. Let's flip that over. It almost looks like paw prints. Oh my God. Look at that. Are you kidding me? It worked perfectly, like perfectly. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, and by the way, this dries really quickly if you on the card. If you, these are already dry. If you're using it, you want to make sure that you're not putting a whole lot on there, on the pad, but put enough. The pad will tell you when it's kind of like full, and then, but once it gets on the surface, it dries, because acrylic paint, no matter what, is going to dry quickly. So this one is the reverse terracotta. And last but not least, hey guys, so I lost some footage. I lost the last piece of footage where I showed you this stencil matte stamp pad and how it came out on the card. And this is how it came out. So I'm really sorry about that, and sorry that the lighting is not as good as it was in the previous clips. But it came out really beautifully. I loved the effect that it gave. And if you can see, they each have their own effect. And that's what I love most about them. Here you have it. This is the terracotta, the eraser, the jersey cotton. This is the stencil matte, the reverse terracotta, canvas, and the Tim Holtz original pad. And some close-ups on those textures. I'm really sorry about the lighting right now. It is not ideal, but that's really it. I wanted to thank you guys so much for your attention. This was an extremely fun experiment. I now have 7 pads when I'm working with my paper crafts, and these are wonderful tools for different mediums: ink, acrylic, and all different kinds of mediums. Other stamp pads, you know, I can now buy a whole bunch of other stamp pads, and I have my stampers. I don't have to waste, and they have different effects. I don't have to necessarily waste money on stampers. So this is it, guys. Yay! Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Please try it. I know you guys, I always tell you to try these projects and no one does it. Remember, I'm just experimenting. I'm not a master. I'm just really experimenting on all of these and having a good time, and I want you guys to do the same. That's the whole point of life. So Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.